Glorious day to you, my friends. Ayaka atar anahaske toruhuto. Welcome to day number 54 of being, this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace, growth, gratitude. Askihitor ashanahya sukototo. Where for 144 days, we are spending time with our inner being by chanting, by breathing. Niarasa atokoruhushakatohureta. The imagery they gave me before this thing started was we're spiraling up the Great Pyramid to the edge of the matrix. We're going to poke our head through the hub of the Dharma chakra. We're going to use the Eye of Providence to gain a divine perspective on this reality. We got this day and tomorrow left for the first 55 days, the first phase. Since we're spiraling, we're using the golden spiral, which is based on the Fibonacci sequence, hence the 55 days. 55 is one of the Fibonacci numbers. And if we add up all the Fibonacci numbers from 55 down, it equals 144. 144 days. So for the first 55 days, we're chanting Om Mani Padme Hum, using the Mala of Joy. And just a gentle reminder, this Mala of Joy, we break up the 108 seeds into 9 groups of 12, where each of these 9 groups represents one of the chakras in our Merkaba. Starting off at the bottom of our Merkaba is Vasundhara, the Earth Star Chakra. Then moving up is Muladhara, the Root Chakra. Then Svadhisthana, the Sacral Chakra. Manipura, the Solar Plexus Chakra. Anahata, the Heart Chakra. Vishuddha, the Throat Chakra. Anya or Agnya, the Third Eye Chakra. My people call it Anya. Sahasrara, the Crown Chakra, and at the top of our Merkaba, this way, Iskahatara, Vyapini, the Soul Star Chakra. Vyapini means the goddess who is everywhere. Everything that we think is outside of us, but it's everything, everywhere. And in each of the 9 chakras, we break up the 12 beads or seeds into 9 groups of 12, or 4 groups of 3. In each of the 9 groups, we break up the 12 seeds into 4 groups of 3. And this is modeled after Sama Vrtti Pranayama, box breath, 4 sides, like 4 sides of the pyramid, at the base, where we breathe in for a count of 4. We hold our breath with a full set of lungs for a count of 4, or count of 3. 3 times 4 is 12. We exhale for a count of 3. And then we hold our breath with an empty set of lungs for a count of 3. We're breathing in the universe or the energies into the chakra. We are baking, exciting. We are breathing out, we're illuminating, radiating out the energy. And then we're embodying the energy. These 4 ways we can break up pretty much every cycle in life into these 4 parts. Besides the 3-part input, processing, output, this embodiment phase here with Samavriti is important to us. It's us understanding who we are. That's a part of what we're talking about, the Yoga Sutras. And we can map the 4 words of Om Mani Padme Hum to Sama Vrtti Pranayama. Om Mani, us baking in, exciting our jewel. We're baking our jewel. We're putting pressure to create our jewel. We're breathing it out, we're shining our jewel, or expanding our lotus, unfolding our lotus, Nyaraska Atokuryata Padme, and Hum, we are it. We're embodying it. The Om, the Mani, and the Padme. We're embodying everything. Nyarosko Otorio. We're embodying our in-breath and the out-breath. We're embodying each of the chakras. We're embodying all these energies. This is all just the subtleties of using any mala. But when we break it up in our mind, that's what we're doing with each of them. Nyarasko Otor Takanahaska Itaratita. And we're chanting it 108 times because there's 108 seeds in a mala. But since we're chanting for 144 days, where's the other 36 chants coming from? Well, we're working with spirit. We're working with this Ananda chakra. We're working with this guru bead of ascension, this gyankil. These three aspects that are inseparable of creation and our creative powers. The thing, this bur, bhuva, svaha. The thing, our meaning of the thing, or our observation of the thing, and the essence of how we are going to view it, how we're going to change it. The essence of what it is. Our understanding of it, or whatever. There's so many meanings to those three aspects. We're chanting Om Ah Hung, so 4 in the first, using the Mala of Joy. When we use the Mala of Joy, we're celebrating and working with the cycles of life, of this physicality. When we're using the Guru bead, we're celebrating the cycles of spirit and higher consciousness. So, Om Mani Padme Hum has 4 words, and Om Ah Hung has 3 words. So we're building a little pyramid, and on day 56, we're going to shift that down. So Om Ah Hung, we'll be chanting it with the Mala of Joy, celebrating the cycles of life with this chant of spirit. Where Om is the wisdom, Ah is the emptiness, and Hung, well, when we get to day 56, we're going to change it from Hung, reaching up into spirit. We're going to be Hum, and we're embodying this we in the physical, and the wisdom of the emptiness, embodying it in the physical. We are it. When we bring in a new chant, So Hum, we're going to So Hung, reaching up in the spirit of I am that. I am that. All that stuff that we think is outside of us. But the important part is we're chanting Om Mani Padme Hum today, and we're chanting Om Ah Hung today. What can Om Ah Hung teach us about our good thoughts, good words, and good deeds? What can it, or aligned thoughts, aligned words, and aligned deeds? The wisdom of our insight of our body, this speech, and our mind, this manomaya kosha, niyatora asquahaishaya. Today, Yoga Sutra 1.4, Niroso Okoha Shaya Akara Tanahatagera. It talks about, it's a continuation of the first 3. The first 3 was the self-discipline of yoga starts now, or now starts the yoga of self-discipline. 2 is yoga is the slowing or the easing of the ways of the mind, slowing down our thought, focusing our thought, yesterday, when we do those two things, we are dwelling in our true nature. Today is what happens when we don't do those things. What happens when we're not in the present moment and we're allowing our chitta vritti, our mind, to do its own thing, and we're not focusing it. Our dog isn't on a leash. This Vrtti, Sarupyam, I know I can say it. I've said it a million times. Vrtti Sarupyam, there we go. Sarupyam, Itaratra, otherwise, Vrtti, the ways of our mind, the chitta vritti, become the form, this Sarupyam. In other words, we become what we're thinking about. We allow the ways of our mind to totally influence us. Take over. Our mind takes over, not our focus takes over. Is one way of looking at it. Another way is the way Bashar talks about, I am what I'm doing right now. Means that if you're driving your car, if you're solely focused on your task of driving your car, then you are the driver. You're driving. I am driving. And if you're cooking and you're focused on it, you are cooking. That's what you are. You're cooking. It becomes what you're focused on. You become what you're focused upon. And if you're focused on anything else than your true nature, cool. You're focused on it. But if we're allowing our mind to run rampant, like a dog in a yard, a hyper dog in a yard with no fence, running all over the neighborhood, doing everything. Oh, I want to think about that. Oh, that shiny object. Oh, that shiny object. Oh, that shiny object. Oh, that shiny object. You might be happy for now, but you aren't going to accomplish anything. Or we're talking about manifestation here. 1.1 through 1.4 is giving the basic principles of manifestation. As long as we understand about 1.4 here is that what happens when we aren't focused, well, we stray from our focus. We stray from the target of what we want to do. It doesn't matter what it is. And it's okay if we're switching our focus elsewhere, then we're doing that. But if we're allowing our mind to do this and that and the other thing, are we actually going to derive value out of yoga class, cooking class, our job at work, or the meal we're preparing? Is it going to be as awesome as it can be? Or if you're sharing dinner with friends and you're on your phone, you're not participating in the dinner conversation. You're not participating in the sharing of the meal. You're not participating in lots of things. But if that's what you're doing, and if you're okay with it, then this 1.4, as long as you understand that you become your phone and the conversation you're having with that other person, or scrolling through whatever social media thing it is, it's okay. If you're okay with it, then it's okay. This is just telling us the effect of when we're not doing it, when we're not focusing our mind, we're not being authentic to ourselves. That's it. And with the law of attraction, what we send out to the universe is what we get back. So we're talking about this contrast, and we'll talk more about the contrast tomorrow too. It's a much, much better analogy about the contrast. This difference, that's what contrast is. It's a difference from everything. Temperature is a difference. Hot and cold are differences. They contrast each other. Athletes use stress and a difference in weight. Let's say the weight room. You go into the weight room and you lift heavy weights because it stresses your body, but you're doing it in a controlled fashion and you're staying focused on lifting, because if you drop the weights on your feet, guess what? You won't be lifting very long. You'll be off to the emergency room to get a cast on your foot. So we focus for safety reasons, but we focus to accomplish. That's what manifestation is. We ask the universe. It's instantly given to us in our vortex. It's here already, this energy. We need to become a vibrational match to it. It's believing and receiving. So when it actually does show up, we got to say yes. But our job is vibrational at that point. Either we can stay focused on it and the vibration of abundance of it, but if we let go, like we're doing with Vasundhara, we're releasing our attachment to this physicality and the laws of this physicality, or basically for this time, the nourishment. Where are we getting our nourishment from? This food. Talk more about that tomorrow. Sitata karhana etoro chakaturayata. Vision board. A vision board is about focus. We're pasting pictures, placing pictures, or drawing, or documenting what is this big dream that we're trying to create. And by reminding us, it's planting seeds in our subconscious and in all places of our mind, so that our inner being can take action in getting us closer to it without being so obsessively focused on making lists and doing that. According to Abraham Hicks, all of our work is really vibrational. It's not all this to-do stuff. Our action on each of these tasks out of focus and its time, and it's bringing out our joy, is a natural byproduct of us pursuing our dreams, by us manifesting based on joy and alignment. Our taking action on it is joyful to us. And when we're taking action out of joy, we're attracting all of this joy. This is what we're sending out to the universe, so that's what we're getting back. 1.1 through 1.4 is saying extremely similar things to it. Besides this self-discipline, because this yoga, the ways of, we can apply it to life. Besides the philosophy, we're putting it into practice. And 1.1 is the invitation to put it into practice. Because practice, our own experience, is the thing that's going to change our belief systems. And it's not like we're doing it to experience this success. We learn quickly that this self-discipline is benefiting us. And if we're an athlete, we are focused on results or gains. What are the gains that I'm making? Am I closer to my goal? And whatever these goals are, we learn to set reachable goals, interim goals. Okay, what's my 1 month goal? What's my weekend goal? What's the 3-month goal? Is there a race coming up? Is there a competition coming up? Is there a way I can test myself? Am I getting to my goals? Is my mileage up if we're running or biking or things like that? Or yardage in the pool. Are my times increasing in the pool? Because that's an indication of how is it going to be on race day. By enjoying our time in the gym and in the pool and on the track and on the road, we're applying these things. We're applying this joy. We're making the gains and we're being joyful with it. It's the same thing with manifestation. And building a business through manifestation techniques, we can make our list. But when we start doing things that are have-tos, can we take time to make it more joyful? Can we get our mindset, our chitta vritti, the ways of, we just call it the ways of the mind for now. With this extreme focus, and if we're experiencing this stress, but we're still ticking off boxes just to tick off boxes, why are you doing it? That's what this is all about. 1.3 is implying that, and 1.4 is implying that when we're just checking off the boxes, we're the boxes. We are checking off boxes. That's our state of living and being, is checking off boxes. I find a box and I check it. I find a box and I check it. I find a box and I check it. That's all I do, is check boxes. Doesn't sound like a life I want to lead. But dwelling in my own essence, me knowing that I'm in my own essence, that's a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it's self-realizing, and it's self-reinforcing. To me, when I'm on my yoga mat, when I'm practicing, whether it's at home or at a studio, it's between me and my mat. It's between me and my mind and my mat. I'm breathing. I'm moving. I'm paying attention to the cues, but I'm breathing and I'm moving, and I'm allowing my breath and my movement to become my awareness. To me, that's the win. And anything else that comes on top of that is the icing on the cake. It's why I do. That's why I practice yoga. And it's a practice. I stopped doing yoga years and years ago. And when I realized I started practicing, that's when I go, oh, I'm starting to see the value in this. I'm starting to see the value of it on me and in me and emanating from me, which is when we start to see the value of the practice, or the workouts, or the eating habits, or the relationships that we have. When we start seeing the value of how we are interacting with each of these things, with this thing called life, it's the practical experience. That's the practical definition of 1.1 through 1.4. But there's a spiritual significance as well. And as we gently tune our vibration and we start ascending this great pyramid, we start spiraling up closer to the top, we're closer to this lotus of awareness. And we understand more about the difference between us and this lotus of awareness. And the higher we get up, and the more we spiral, the more we tune our vibration gently and naturally. The easier it is to see that we're actually closer to this lotus of awareness than we are further away. And that when we actually take the time to spend a few breaths in it, that's what we'll say. We'll spend a few breaths in it. Sounds like a lot of work to just dwell in it. But living in it, well, plant the seeds though. It's just like this idea of the Brahma Vihara. Brahma Vihara. This abode of God that is our heart center. And if we, or the abode of Brahma, the creator. Because in one sense, we are the creator. It is our creative abode. Harmony, joy, kindness inwards and outwards, and compassion inwards and outwards. This compassion it implies It's a part of it, this respect that goes out. And it's the same thing over here with this loving kindness. This is how we interact in and out. And it's based on respect. It's based on objectivity. It's based on sympathy and empathy. We can see them. It's based on the next chant, starting in 2 days, Om So Hum, that we are that. Once we see, in Lakash is a Mayan phrase that means I am another you. Once we start seeing that their ways are the same as mine, they live the same as we do, that's the practical human way of looking at it. But in the spiritual thing, we all are this highest source of consciousness, and them being different is just a different thought thread than this thing that we call me. But we aren't really made of this physicality. It's just a focused thought pattern that makes me, and a focused thought pattern that makes them, based on their history, their chitta, their memory, this karmic imprint, and we make decisions based on this present moment and the energy we have accumulated. And we're choosing our next now based on vibration, on either how we can balance it. Sometimes we want to balance it. Sometimes we want to experience something new, to lean over into this section of contrast. It doesn't matter what it is. It does to each of us, but in the grand scheme, it doesn't, because all thought is valid. All experience is valid. But don't take my word for it. Let's ask our inner being. So I invite you to relax. Whether you lie down, or whether you sit, or whether you sit in seated meditation. Just take a few moments to get comfortable. A couple of shimmies to feel balanced and feel settled. Get the last couple of movements out. As we begin to focus our awareness on our breath, as we begin to lengthen and deepen our breath, as we begin to be more aware of the sound of our breath. As we begin to notice the rising and the falling of our chest. As we feel how it feels to breathe in. As we feel how it feels to breathe out. Now let us focus our awareness on our heart center. In our heart center is our holy fire. And our holy fire is the source of our bright light. And every breath that we take with intention fans the flames of our holy fire and brightens our already bright light. Excuse me. And our holy fire is the holy fire, which comes from the highest source of consciousness, which is the highest source of consciousness, where there is no ego, there is no me, there is no individual. Where it always respects free will, because it is total acceptance of who you are, of every thought that you have, of everything that you have done and everything that you will do. You are accepted fully for who you are. You are loved unconditionally. There are no conditions for you to receive this energy, this love, this acceptance. So let us take this pure holy fire, this total acceptance, and let's move it down through the chakras, aligning each of these chakras with these ideas of unconditional love and total acceptance. Moving this holy fire down into Manipura, purifying our ideas of willpower, our ideas of desire, of what we want, what we're going to create. Purifying. Moving this holy fire down into Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra. Purifying our ideas of emotions. Purifying our ideas of pleasure. Purifying our ideas of emotional stability. Moving this pure holy fire down into Muladhara, the root chakra. Purifying our ideas of foundation, of stability. Purifying our ideas of fear, what is fearful, and our doubts. Purifying our belief in ourself, in our authenticity. Moving this pure holy fire down into Vasundhara, the Earth Star chakra. Purifying our ideas of roots, of this nourishment that we get from the roots, this food. And asking our inner being and the holy fire to take the roots that are ready to be placed into our heart center, to placed into spirit, to receive the true nourishment for our soul. Kotora asnohya ka'artayata. And of the roots remaining, sending the holy fire down through the root system, down, 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 deep into the core of Gaia, wrapping these roots around the heart of Gaia, giving great big hug and bring you back her grounded love and wisdom with a gentle reminder that we are spirit. We are all one. We are all this highest source of consciousness. And we are not made of this earth, of this water, this fire, this water, this air, nor are we made of the empty space in between all these elements. So let us collect up this earth energy, this density, and let us unify it and merge all the way up through the root system, merging into Vasundhara, unifying all these energies and ideas, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, elevating this unified energy and merging it into Muladhara, unifying all these energies and ideas, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, raising this energy upwards and merging it into Svadhisthana, unifying all these energies and ideas and chakras, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, elevating this unified energy and merging it into Manipura, unifying all these energies and ideas, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, elevating this collective energy and merging it into Anahata, our heart center, unifying all these energies and ideas, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, and expanding this heart-based consciousness, elevating this heart-based consciousness and merging into Vishuddha, purifying our ideas of truth, unifying all these energies and ideas, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding this heart-based truth, elevating this collective energy and merging into Anya, purifying our ideas of intuition and insight and illusion, purifying our ideas of separation, of duality, unifying all these energies and ideas, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding the insight of truth in our heart-centered consciousness, elevating this collective energy and merging into Sahasrara, purifying our ideas of thought and attachment, unifying all these energies and ideas and chakras into this lotus of awareness. Harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, expanding our lotus of awareness, this insightful, truthful, heart-centered lotus of awareness. And let us ascend this collective consciousness and merge it into Vyapini, the soul star chakra, the goddess who is everywhere, purifying our ideas of everything, purifying our ideas of separation, purifying our ideas of observation and awareness, unifying all these energies and ideas, harmonizing, balancing, stabilizing, aligning, allowing awareness to simply be. Inviting in the ideas of Vrtti, inviting in the ways of spirit, this cosmic order, this divine timing, inviting in and unifying the ideas of vikara, of higher change, of these changes at the level of spirit in the higher dimensions. Divine action, and what really causes this change. Inviting in and unifying with the ideas of Srishti, of creation. And how does creation happen? Allowing awareness to simply be. start off with Aum. Simply Om stretched to its three sound components. Ah for the heart, Oo for the root, to internalize and embody. The invitation to chant Om Mani Padme Hum 108 times using the Mala of Joy. The Koshi chime at the end will let us know when we're on the last one. And transitioning with Aum. After a few breaths, we will invite in a being of higher vibration, of higher consciousness, that is aligned with who we are and where we would like to be, sharing wisdom and energy that's relevant, that is most relevant to us at this time in our lives. After a few minutes, we will bid farewell with gratitude, with heartfelt gratitude for the experience, and the invitation to transition with I Ying. Simply aim. Some say it's the divine feminine version of Om, stretched into its three sound components. Ah for the heart, E for the crown, Ing for resonation with everything. The invitation to chant Om, Ah, Om. That's Om, Ah, Hum. 36 times. The Koshi chime at the end will let us know when we're on the last one. And again, conclude with Aying. A breath in for Aum. Aum. And a breath in to chant. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Padme Hum. Om Mani 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. A breath in for Aum. When you are ready, invite in a being or beings of higher consciousness, of higher vibration, that is aligned with you and your purpose, sharing energy and information, wisdom that's relevant to us in this moment, at this time in our lives. Not trying to control the interaction, simply allowing our awareness, allowing this exchange to be as it is. One need not actually ask the question. Simply thinking about asking is enough to receive the answer. Simply wanting to ask the question. Because all these questions are vibration. with sincere thanks. Let us bid them farewell, thanking them for the experience, for the energy, for the wisdom. Bidding them farewell until a future experience. A breath in for Aying. And a breath in to chant. Om Ahum. Om Ahum. And a breath in, frying. Aing. When you are ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the here and now, back to the present moment. Maybe invite in some gentle movements. Maybe shrug your shoulders a bit. Gently roll around your head and neck. And when you are ready, slowly open your eyes and welcome in the new now. Congratulations, my friends. We have completed day number 54 of being this blissful existence, illuminating and nurturing grace, our growth. I encourage you to journal, whether you write yourself an email like I do, or you write it out in a journal. Whatever's relevant to you about your experience. And maybe, just maybe, if you start to write, things will start to flow for you. And as always, be easy on yourselves. Be easy on me too. We can see in every video when my conscious mind, my chitta vritti, kicks in. I start making mistakes. I start becoming the ways of my mind instead of becoming the chant, instead of being the chant and being my breath and being the wisdom of the emptiness. I simply pick up with the next breath, which is what I encourage you to do. That's what we do. And pick up with the next chant. That's it. And be easy on yourself. Thank you for sharing in my highest bliss. In China, and make it a great day. Because why would you leave it up to anyone else?